Hey, welcome. Giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kwadash. That's the brother Lamadia. And I wanted to give an update to this story in regards of this um incident that took place in Brooklyn, New York. Um, if I could give me, oh, there we go. So yeah, on this incident that took place in the subway system in Brooklyn, New York, and they saying that the suspect name was what is it, guys? Frank James. And the story now that this guy Frank James was a so-called prophet of doom. Now I'm gonna read a little bit from here. It says the New York City subway shooting suspect was a self-declared prophet of doom on YouTube. And it says, let me go down. The prime suspect in one of the worst mass shootings in New York City history ranted about violence, race, and politics for years over YouTube. Frank James, 62 years old, posted in, against the straight to camera diatribes on the multiple YouTube channels, including Prophets of Truth 888, in which he sometimes referred to himself as the Prophet of Doom. He glorified violence, criticized black cultures, rambled about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, held forth on Russia invasion of Ukraine, and declared that global warming means the world population. I think they meant to pay depopulation, but and it says had to be reduced. Okay, there we go. He said that thinking about desk workers dying in 9/11 terrorist attack brought him joy. So now what we believe, this guy is an agent, and they trying to build this story um connected with the Israelites. And funny thing is, it's first when this story first broke, brothers was on the we were texting each other, and one brother made a statement and said, "Watch they shape this around him being an Israelite, or shaping it to be around Israelite, something to that effect." And here we go, the next day later. So that's just Esau attempt to stop this word. But this thing is not of men. This is all of the Most High. No matter what they do, said they go ahead, try to discredit us. Because one thing about us, we just teach the scriptures. We don't go out and commit acts of violence. Just teach. You know, that's what we was commanded to do, to just teach. But Esau is gonna be the devil that he is. Now, we believe that this guy had to be an agent. Unless you just some bugged out Jake. But I'm leaning more on the side this guy was an agent. Go to Matthew. But before we get there, I'm gonna play a clip of this guy.
Well, I still have that one, Prophet of Doom 888. Get a chance to go and subscribe to that. But I started out with the Prophet of Doom 088. No, I started with Prophet of Doom 88. Then went to Prophet of Doom 08, then 088. They had a whole lot of Prophet of Dooms with 8s on it over the years. And as you can see, that's a nuclear device being detonated over a large city.
See, they trying to connect us with the Israelites. Now, if this guy was a man of the Most High, or actually a teacher, why do he have a shaved face? Why is he teaching with his hat on? But well, this guy's an agent. We're the only ones that talk about nuclear destruction. That's not something taught in the Christian churches or the Roman Catholic Church. The only ones that teach this is the Israelites, mainly GMS.
And as you heard in that video, that we're dealing with, and we're looking at the possibility of a doomsday scenario taking place here any time now, depending on how this situation over the Ukraine plays out. But it doesn't matter, you see, because what I realized, I guess I realized a long time, I just forgot I did, is that it doesn't matter whether it's Ukraine or wherever it is. There's no way that these people who created these devices, that at some point they're not going to use them. It's all just a matter of time. And I've talked about it in my way, and I'm still looking at the fact that we're going to see a situation in this country where, again, whatever that thing was, that new weapon was that destroyed the World Trade Center is going to be deployed on some cities, states, or whatever in this country, and by the same people who gave us 9/11. This is going to do it on a much, much larger scale.
Yeah, this guy is definitely. Go to Matthew 16, straight to the point, 18. And I say also unto thee, thou that thou art Peter, and upon this rock would I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So the gates of hell is all these different things that's coming up to attack the word of the Most High. But the scripture says it's not going to prevail against it. So no matter what Esau does to try to hinder the word of the Most High, the word of the Most High cannot be hindered. Now he could attack, our characters or who we are, but this is the word of the Most High. Now I'm gonna go to some Proverbs, because keep in mind, there's a reason why we call this man the devil, and the word devil really means slanderer, which is a false accuser. We actually go to the etymology and the true meaning of the words. The word devil means slanderer, and now we see why. Now this is the book of Proverbs 10, beginning at verse 17. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof erreth. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. And that's what's happening now. There's slanders being uttered against us, that we are a hate group, that we're terrorists. But the truth is, we just teach the word of the Most High. That's it. But that's okay, because we understand the prophecy. First of all, Esau just doing his job. We're doing our job, teaching the word of the Most High. And we understand the prophecy holds that we are going to be hindered up for teaching his word through false accusations. Now, when we read 2nd Ezra 16 and 70, beginning at verse 70, beginning at verse 70, but there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So a lot of brothers that believe and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, and not even, the one that just believe, guys that say they believe, you know, they all gonna be grabbed up and detained. And Esau is gonna try to place accusation on us that we're a threat to society. And it says this: they should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So a lot of men are gonna be detained, but we believe that safety is gonna come from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, because the moment they do that, guess what? The Lord's gonna do His thing. Now, verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. So a lot of men is going to be cast out of their homes. And keep in mind, this is the same thing that happened to Yahweh Shah. And the scriptures say that the servant is not greater than his master. For them to put Yahweh Shah on the cross, they had to come up with a false accusation. So the same thing is going to happen with us. They're going to put a false accusation or slander upon us for them to justify what they want to do to us. Verse 73. Then should they be known who are my chosen, and they should be tried as gold in the fire. So each brother is going to be tested if you really believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And that's how you're going to know who's really the men of the Most High. Because a lot of guys, they're going to fold. And it says, hear, O ye, my beloved, save the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. So when this stuff happen, we know it's the Most High testing our faith. That's why it's important now to store the scriptures in your mind. Because when this kick off, whatever you have in your mind, you have to withdraw it and act on it. Because the ones that's playing around and taking this thing as a joke, guess what? You're gonna get caught up out there. You're not gonna know what to do. You're gonna fold. And I'm gonna close with Revelation 2:10. Now it says, fear none of those things without such suffer. Behold, the devil, which is the slanderer, the person that's gonna bring out false accusations, to cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Now, 10 days is means a complete amount of days. Be there for a month. But it says this: be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So you just have to be faithful, no matter what happens. Because Esau, he gonna do his things, make up lies about us, trying to paint us or shape us to be a terrorist. But the Lord said these things was gonna happen. No. As a matter of fact, let's go to Matthew 4. Now I'm just go to the point. Matthew 24. I'm just start at verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Verse 9. Then should they deliver you up to be afflicted, and should kill you, and ye should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Excuse me. So it says, and shall kill you, and ye should be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. And that's a guy right there. That guy's a false prophet. And it says, we're gonna be hated. Some gonna be killed. Some guys gonna be disenchanted. They're gonna fold, and there's gonna be a lot of false prophets. Now, verse 12 it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's what it comes down to. It all comes down to enduring to the end. And the Lord is going to fight for you. And you're going to be delivered. Okay? So with that, I'm going to close. And I'm going to say, all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Vokar Kodash.